Hi, I'm Ken Brown, CEO of Destiny Global, and welcome and thank you for joining for this evening's continued series on success tips. Tonight we are going to be talking about planning. In fact, if you read the board, you're going to see it says 3 steps to successful planning. But before we get there, I want to have a little fun with you because the person actually filming this right now, his name is Chris Osmore. And Chris has a personality that's kind of focused on fun. Inside our own company, or if you've been through gyms, you'll know that that is a sapphire. So Chris is all about fun. So he worked on his business plan when I first met him. And I'm going to kind of read it to you. It says, should I start a business? And then it goes through a series of questions. Because he went into just kind of little circles of thoughts. And so the first one says, you like to make stuff. No, kinda. Do you hate being told what to do? Kinda. Well, what do you enjoy in life? And it says eating tacos, okay? Which is very true if you know Chris. So do you like making stuff? Well, other people show interest in what I do. No. Can you make them and do it yourself? No. And then it goes on to say, basically, I kind of hate people that tell me what to do. Try online dating. No, that doesn't work. Yes, I have a few other things I like to do. No, it doesn't work. You can tell I'm taking you in complete chaos, which is what Chris's business plan looked like. And it ends up with his final thing saying he likes to eat tacos and he thinks the world should have more tacos, which led him nowhere from the beginning and basically a trip to Taco Casa here in Kerrville, Texas. So with that said, we're going to help Chris tonight clarify how to build a successful plan. And I want to start off by saying that these are some foundational teachings that I have used in my own life. And I'm going to break them down into really simple terms tonight because I want you to be able to plan, make this year, the year of 2022, the most easiest planning session that you would go through. Now then, there's difficulties going on around you. So as I'm going to tell you, there are some things that seem simple, but they're not easy. Sometimes you can plan and make things that look so simple on paper, but to get to accomplish that specific goal may not be easy, right? I can easily write down I want to lose 50 pounds. Accomplishing that is not so easy unless I've got things broken down into steps to help me daily achieve that goal, because it's going to require action. It's going to require action on my part. And those are going to be the words that you're going to hear me talk about today. Why is that? Because words are powerful. And tonight, as I teach you, I'm also going to be speaking into you that you would accomplish. Accomplish is a very powerful word. A person, when I say someone is accomplished, wow. Or when I was at EDS and he'd said, we're bringing in someone that's so accomplished, right? Someone that has done something. They had completed something successfully. That's what I want. So our very first thing that we're going to talk about in setting your making your planning successful is clarify what you want to accomplish. Clarify what you want to accomplish. So when you start off a year, you have a certain vision for the year. It's what we call the vision. What do you want to do? It's kind of the big bucket, okay? What's at the top of that? How am I going to accomplish this? What is this? What do I want to accomplish in the year? And you start working towards and clarify, because there can be a lot of different things you work through. And based on your certain personality type, such as mine, we could end up with too many missions in a year. And you won't accomplish those because you've got too much going on. Why? Because to accomplish something means that I have to be able to have specific steps to achieve it, and I've got to put action behind each one of those steps that I need to achieve that vision. And daily steps require time and effort and energy and sometimes money. And I, like most of you, do not have unlimited any of those, especially time. And sometimes you can overcome time with money, but it does take a lot of money to shrink things down, right? You can accelerate your goals through money, but one thing you can't do is if you're doing it yourself, there's only so much time you have. We recently had a celebratory birthday for my daughter, And in that, we're talking about, we're going around and saying one word, which we do every birthday. And most of the time, this is very common in our community. And if you're not part of our community, I want you to be. Because what we believe here at Destiny Global is that each person is equipped specifically and specially to accomplish a mission in life, okay? And so as you think about what the one word that was spoken over Chloe, it actually happened to be Trina Holden. And Trina said it was actually a kind of an off-topic conversation, but it was very related. And that is this, is that a Ruby can sometimes, a person with a type A personality can believe that we can do many things. But that does not mean that we should pursue them all. Hear what I'm saying? It's called focus. It's bringing things into focus. The things that we need to do, where our passions are, right? That helps us set our vision. So when I say the word clarify, that's where you're starting to knock out the things that you don't really have a passion to do. And let me help you simplify this in really simple terms, because I'm going to kind of take you all the way down. The action plan, these are steps you're going to do every day to achieve that vision. And if you're not going to be doing that if something you're not wanting to do, then you need to really think about, is this really a vision I want to do? Is this a real vision for me? A vision is something that's going to improve you. It's going to improve your life. Could improve your income. All the things that you're looking at in your life as a whole. How is it going to benefit your family? How is it going to benefit you? How is it going to benefit your employer? Or if you're self-employed, your company. How is it going to change things for the positive? Okay, that's when you're getting into the vision, right? What am I going to go do, right? So our vision for KRF is to feed the orphan, the widow, the poor, and not just that simple word, but feed. We want to touch, between Destiny Global and KRF, through KRF as well, is touch 100 million lives by 2035. That is an enormous vision that has to be broken down into bite-sized pieces, right? So what I'm trying to help you understand, that your vision better be something you want to be working on or towards every single day, okay? Let's make this really simple. Something you like to do. Make sure your vision aligns with something, and it may be an outcome that you like that may require hard steps to get there, okay? I used the word diet just a minute ago. That's not, or losing weight. That can be a difficult journey for many of us, but it's something that it is worth it. So that's going to set that as a vision, okay? That's something you want to do. And can a person have more than one vision? Well, yes, but they've got to be tied together. What is it going to benefit at the end? How are you going to benefit your family? As I just told you, I'm going to repeat these things again. How are you improving your family, yourself, your employer, or your company? What are you doing with your vision? How is it helping enhance those things? Moving yourself forward. That's what's a vision for, right? Why do we live a life that's servanthood that I read through in the greatest book ever written tells me about a reward at the end? It's called heaven. So why does a person want to become a Christian? Well, it's to help other people, but also there's a reward at the end. It's okay to have that reward, right? Who wouldn't want to walk on streets of gold? You kidding me? Right? The fact is there's a rewards. So as you're working to accomplish the vision, what is a reward that's going to bring you? Think of it in those terms, right? So I really want to help you. So I've gotten a lot of questions about this, an extraordinary amount of them. In fact, that's why I'm teaching on it, because I want to help you. And I've done this numerous times because with my personality type, and I'm confessing to you, I can make that list too long. I need to narrow that list down, as I've learned through the years, right? And over my 50 plus years of being on earth, is realizing who I am and what I need help with. And that is not having too many visions, right? What is my larger vision for this year? And it's okay to have several visions. You can have a short-term vision, a mid-term vision, and a long-term vision. Those are okay, but make sure they build on each other. Make sure they build on each other to help you accomplish your lifelong dreams, your goals, right? Your goals are part of your vision. Your goals propel you to hit your vision. So clarify what you want to accomplish. Write it down. Write it down. Put it where you can see it. When you come to the Brown household and you come to our bedroom, April and my bedroom, and you go in our bathroom, on the walls, there are literally things stuck on the wall that remind us every single day when we first get up of what we're doing. What are we here for? What are we going to be accomplishing? And you think that might be a little silly? Let me tell you something. In my big boss, Fortune 500 company experience, I wished I'd have been smart enough to know, get my ego out of the way, and stick that thing on the wall so I'm not waking up looking at problems every morning, but looking at what I'm driving towards every day. Because those problems are in front of you every single day as well. So what am I getting up and facing those problems for? What is my goal? What am I working towards every single day? What's that vision? So once you get your vision in place, you have to put it into actionable steps so that you can do it. So I want you, after you get your vision or vision set, is set specific steps to achieve your vision. Achieve. Why did I choose that word? Again, words are so important. Achieve. It means, the definition of achieve means to successfully bring something about. So if you want your vision to become real, because the word I used in your vision is tell me what you want to accomplish. Remember, accomplish means that you've successfully completed something. So if we want to hit that vision, we have to achieve it. Got to get down a step, right? Before you accomplish it, you will have to have steps, which means to successfully bring about or reach a desired objective. So simple, huh? It's not really complicated when we think about it. So set specific steps to achieve your vision, which is goals. Pretty simple, huh? As you're setting your goals, and I want to use an example. Sometimes we can get so complicated in things. I want to use an example that's going to make things easy for you. My vision for 2022 is to bake 1,000 cakes. Okay, I'm going to make cakes. We're going to pretend like that's a vision. So in that vision, if I'm going to make that happen, my goals to achieve that, I have to have very specific things that I'm going to do. So I'm going to compile a list of what types of cakes I'm going to make. Then I'm going to have to compile a list of the ingredients of those. Then I'm going to have to identify the resources. Am I going to have an oven myself? Am I going to cook it somewhere? Is there someone that I can use to help me accelerate and make those cakes faster? So as you're planning and you're setting your goals, think about people around you that can help you accelerate your plan, okay? And I'm going to come back to that in a minute because I don't want to confuse you in this. So I want to bake cakes. Now I've got to make sure I have a list of everything that it's going to take me to make those cakes. So what are my goals? I'm going to have to know, I'm going to have this much product in my refrigerator, the stuff that I'm going to have to use to make those cakes. I'm going to have to place that I'm cooking those cakes. And then I'm going to have to break that 1,000 cakes down into number of days I want to work. Because I don't want to kill myself making those 1,000 cakes. So how many cakes am I going to have to make every day? So I have something that I can start measuring against. Am I going to be successful? Or am I procrastinating towards it and I'm achieving that goal, that vision more difficult because I'm not staying on task? The fact is that this step is one of the steps that is most often missed in planning. Most people can come up with this. When I start getting into here is where it starts getting convoluted for people. When you set a vision, what are the goals that are going to help you hit that vision? What are the steps? So if I'm gonna make 1,000 cakes, I've got to know the ingredients. I've got to know the cost of those ingredients. I've got to know where I'm going to prepare it. And then I've got to look and say, what flavors am I going to make? What am I going to specialize in? Who am I going to be selling to? Right? All the things in that. This isn't market training. We're just talking about planning now. But I want to know who my audience is I'm selling all these cakes to. Otherwise, I'm going to be eating a lot of cakes, and then next year's goals, I'm going to have to be going on a diet. which I don't want to do, right? I want to make sure I've identified what I'm doing and who I'm making them for. So what flavor of cakes am I going to be making? Right? Because that's going to help me determine my resource list. And then I can start looking at efficiencies. I'll bake this many cakes this week. I'll bake this many cakes this week. I'll bake this many cakes this week because this is what I'm going to cook every day. And here's how I'm going to get those cakes delivered to my clients or my client. Breaking things down into steps. So taking your goal, listing it out, and making it attainable. So what did these goals mean? And I know that many of you have heard this before, but your goals should be smart, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. They need to be smart. Make sure that you can do them. So don't tell me you're going to hit your whole year's vision in a week. If you are, somebody's going to die in the process. Most likely you. Set your goals realistically. And especially if you have a personality like myself, it can be hard because you start something and then you can get distracted with another vision that may have popped up. Right? Make sure you're completing things. Make sure you are completing things, because if you are not completing, again, to accomplish means that you've successfully completed something. Many of you have reached certain levels of success, but you haven't really finished what you started. So some of you, I know in our community, you start in one business, side hustle, and you jump to another, and then you jump to another, and then another. And every one of these, when I look at your posts and things, each one of these seem like they're the end-all be-all for what you're looking for. But some of you jump too quickly from where you're at to where you're going, and you miss the blessing from everything you've invested in. As we say, really grow where you are planted. Grow where you're planted. And if it's right now, there's many things in the market. Sometimes things change. That means that you're going to have to reset your goal, your vision, and your goals if things change dramatically in your life. And for some of you, that's happened. Some of you have experienced job loss in the last year, and you have to trying to figure this out. And one of the reasons I'm doing this is to help you get your plan. Yeah, because you've set about and probably invested thousands of dollars in your education, especially some teachers and nurses who are no longer teachers and nurses because of decisions that were forced upon you. And I'm sorry for that. Right? I believe in freedoms. And that's your freedom to choose whether you want to do something or not do something. That's what freedom means. Your choice. Now, with that said, now the choice is to grab a hold and become the entrepreneur, the person who you're created to be. While you may have been surprised by the outcome of some of these things, your creator is not at all. And the fact is, we're going to face more and more changes. So what I'm teaching you right now will help you in determining, aligning your passion, setting and figuring out what it's going to take to accomplish that passion. And that means making money. Absolutely. You have to make money to survive. That's the way, that's the world in which we exist. It's just required almost as much as oxygen in your life. You need money. And the more of it, the more you can help others. And it's okay to make money. It's not okay to con people of money. It's not okay to take money from others, right? Unless it's in a dire straight situation. Why? Because it says, owe man no thing. Don't owe man something. Or if you're the giver of that and you're giving it out of a charitable heart, don't ask for it in return. Don't ask for it in return. Help that person. But as you look at this, make sure that you're aligning your vision to where your passions are, so that as your goals, as you're working on them, because this next step is a requirement to achieve. You will not hit your goals, and you certainly won't hit your vision without the next step. And that is put the plan into action. Put the plan into action. So we're going to go back to my cake baking, because that's what, my goal is for 2020 is to bake 1,000 cakes. Now, if I'm going to do that, then I've got my list now. So I know what my goals are. I want to bake X number of cakes per day. And out of those cakes per day, I know I'm going to have to put my task list together. So what does that task list look like? That means I'm going to have to go to the grocery store. And I'm going to have to get the ingredients to make the cakes. I'm going to have to make sure I've got the containers to put the cakes in. That means I'm going to make sure that I have to know exactly what that client wants on that cake. Do they want fondant? You probably didn't even know I knew that word. Sometimes I watch the cooking channel. I love the cooking channel sometimes. Very therapeutic. And I learn how to cook new stuff, especially from my guy, Bobby Flay. So as you think about, am I going to put fondant on it? Is it going to be buttercream? Whatever it is, shout out to Jessica Hammock for that. She's made me so many wonderful cakes back at our days when we were in Dallas. And I'm totally off topic, and I love it because I love her cakes. One of the best Italian cream cakes I have ever eaten, this woman made for me. So shout out for that. Anyway, back on topic. So I'm making my task list to make sure that I can cook the cakes so I hit my daily goal that helps me reach my monthly goal, what helps me reach my quarterly goal, what helps me reach my annual goal, which helps me hit my vision. It's all based on your daily activity. It's all based on your daily activity. What are you daily doing to help you hit your vision? Don't miss this. Because these are the steps that will take you from being an okay employer, an okay employee, to a fantastic, exceptional, superior leader and employee, and a person that is sought after. Because this means you're focused. This means you know what you're doing. This is a person that is driven because you have your list every day, and every night when you lay your head on the pillow, you know that you've given it your best, and you're going to feel satisfied in your soul. And by the way, when you do this, you will become renowned for what you do. And when you become renowned for what you do, you're going to be sought after. And the money will follow you. It will come with you. It will follow you around wherever you go. If you haven't noticed today, you can sell cakes anywhere in the world. The internet changed everything. They can find you online, whether they live in Australia or in Ontario, or in the very southern parts of Chile. Wherever in the world they may be, they can find you. And you can sell to them because we can deliver. Like almost crazily within 2 days, I can get something shipped from a far part of the world. And it ends up at my house in days. It's the power of where we live today. The reach has become global because of companies like Amazon and FedEx and others. So you have no limits on some of the things that you can do. Sure, COVID has affected some of that, but the reality is you can still get a lot of stuff shipped to your house. I've seen it come in my house called Amazon Prime, and it can get there really fast. Why? Because they have got supply chain nailed down. They know how to get stuff from point A to point B pretty quickly. And the fact is that's what I want you to do, is to help you accelerate your success so that you can get at point A to point B faster. I want you to have the best year of your life in 2022. And these steps, I know, can help you achieve those things, right? Clarify what you want to accomplish. It's your vision. Set specific steps to achieve your vision, which are your goals. Make sure they're SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. When are you going to do them? And the next is put your plan into action. You have to have a task list that you're doing every day to make sure that you're completing those steps to hit your goals, which then helps you hit your vision. And if you follow this, you will be successful. Thank you for joining. I look forward to your comments and your thoughts, and I wish you the most blessed 2022. Good night.